Get a life. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Get a life.
wow.
When Oli London says get a life, that really means you gotta get a life, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm kind of addicted now. Like, it's
No.
Like, I just want to hear him out. Like, how far can this dude go? I mean, they, them, Jimin can go.
They, them, Jimin can go.
Honestly, if we go really technical and serious, Hybe could actually sue him one day. Because if they, them, Jimin, if they, them, Jimin goes around claiming that he himself identifies himself as Jimin and then...
안녕하세요, what is up, Ducks Quack Quack, Daddy K.
David.
And Anna.
Oli London expert.
Yay!
And we're reacting to Oli London. You've been featured in Oli London's latest music video.
Wow, featured
This
artist.
track.
This track.
Wow.
What did he call you? Or what did they call you now?
Not they, because he's already
non-binary
know
now.
he or she or he's just a they. He said, I just hated on him all day. That's what he said. I only got one line. So
That's a lame diss. We're gonna start.
Start. Oh, we're with some British people today.
Yes.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So I'm here today to address something that's happening right now on Twitter, and it's really not right. So I want to put it right. I want to speak up. I want to speak up against woke culture. I want to speak up out against, woke people. Where do I start? Okay, so like a few days ago, I came out as non-binary, which was a very, very difficult decision because, unfortunately, it shouldn't be normal, but unfortunately.
But wait a sec. Why is he wearing a mask inside?
Surgery, I think.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Wow, you're an expert.
I think.
Yeah, you got this down. Okay, well, also I can't tell whether he's telling this like as a joke or real.
I mean, that's his whole life.
No, I think it's pretty serious.
But anyway, so I came out as non-binary, which was, as I said, is a very big deal for those of you that may have come out before. If you're non-binary or LGBT, it's actually a really difficult thing to be able to share because it's very emotional. I felt like it was Pride Month. I'm also in the middle of a transition at the moment, so
wait, he's transitioning?
It's the right time for me to share that information. Sadly, I've been receiving an enormous amount of abuse, and it's so sad that I have to deal with this on a daily basis. I get online trolls. They love to target me just because I'm different, because I don't look normal or whatever. They like to make a joke about me.
How can he say though that people are just like hating on him because of the way he looks and stuff? It's not because of that. He literally, if you look at his TikTok, he appropriates every single like Asian culture out there, not just Korean but like Philippine. He pretends he can speak Tagalog and like.
Oh really?
Yeah, literally. And he's like now he's really into Japanese anime and like and all the stuff with like obviously BTS and Jimin and all of that stuff. It's not just because nobody cares if he just has plastic surgery.
Exactly. And the thing was, I was really surprised yesterday. I was in talks over some business stuff with Cameo. You know Cameo?
Yeah.
And I checked out their website, and there's Oli London in there.
Yeah.
And there's people like genuinely satisfied with Oli London's birthday messages.
I wanted to do it because it's Pride Month, because there are so many young people in the world that look up to me.
I mean, so far I think
I'm taking this seriously, but the title, I'm non-binary Korean.
What's the Korean part though?
It's okay to be who you want to be.
Okay.
Whoever you are, however you identify. It doesn't matter if you identify as whatever. You identify as a potato,
66,000 dislikes.
A Smurf, you identify
Smurf? What?
A Disney prince or a Disney prince. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you identify. We are all entitled to identify in different ways. So whether you identify as a rabbit, whether you identify as a cat, a dog, it doesn't matter.
Okay, what do you think about that?
But there are people that genuinely think like this too.
Yeah, actually,
like identifying yourself as a rabbit?
Did you see the BBC documentary of dog people?
Dog?
So this is a thing in Britain.
Okay.
I'm sure you would know.
I don't know about this.
Okay. There's people like that are dressed like dogs.
Okay.
There's people like bees out there. Like, what do you think of them? I know people are entitled to do whatever the fuck they want, but I'll be honest, if my son suddenly showed up like a dog, I'll be like, get the fuck out of my family.
But there are like genuinely serious people who think like him as well. Like, if I want to identify as a unicorn, then I should be able to.
You're not a unicorn.
As a unicorn. There are people who genuinely believe that. Yeah. So he's not wrong.
Do you believe it?
If you can, no, I mean.
Do you believe if I suddenly started identifying myself as, I don't know,
David?
Yeah.
No, I would not allow that.
But he said, Oli London says you can identify as a dog.
Most of us, not everyone, but we live in democratic countries where we are allowed to express ourselves. This was very hard for me, so I shared
I have no problem with him or these dog people identifying themselves as dogs as long as they don't cause any harm.
To anyone.
It's just like their lives, I guess.
Like I'm not gonna understand them.
Yeah, but like when he says I identify as Jimin, like I am Jimin, like that makes BTS fans feel
so. I think
what's wrong then? Like identifying yourself as another person or nationality is wrong, but you can identify yourself as a dog. So is Oli London identifying?
Yeah, but Jimin himself, like dog can't express how he feels. You know, they can't speak. But Jimin himself, he will feel so uncomfortable.
Exactly. That's why I gave the David example, because I would not allow you to identify yourself
that doesn't
as
matter.
David.
It's all on me. I'm entitled to my own opinion.
Because I'm the actual David, and you can't say that you're David and go around and naked and pee on the streets.
Maybe that's my version of David. That's my interpretation of David.
The amount of abuse I've received the Korean LGBT flag, which is an official flag, by the way. People are saying, he disrespected the Korean flag. This isn't disrespect at all. This is actually the LGBT Korean flag, the official flag that all of the LGBT organizations, the people of Korea use.
I know which flag he's talking about.
So let me just clear that
an actual thing. I like it.
Yeah, but this is very common, like in queer pride parades.
How do you guys feel about?
From what I know, you're not supposed to.
Fuck the law, man.
People that are saying that are disguising their homophobia. They're disguising their non-binary phobia by saying that, guys. So these people trolling me for this, they're actually homophobic. They're actually anti-LGBT. So shame on them. They're trying to disguise it in a way that other people might not see.
I kind of agree with. This sounds crazy, but I kind of agree with Oli London. I'm just gonna say.
No. With what he just said.
I don't know.
Like as crazy as people think Oli London is, like. He's not hurting anybody if he's non-binary or Korean.
I mean, I don't hate on the fact that at all. But I don't care who he likes. The thing that offends me most is when he was like kissing like cardboard Jimin and saying he got married to him. Like that
kind of weird.
It's offensive though. Like if you were Jimin though and you saw somebody crazy doing that, you'd be like, what the hell is that guy? Like, can you stop?
Yeah.
That's what offends me. I don't care about his surgery or anything like that. Yeah.
LGBT, because the Korean LGBT community, this is their flag, but also they have quite a difficult time because it's very hard for them to be open in Korea.
Skip?
It's very, very...
No, let's hear it.
Does he do like a face reveal? Like what?
Whether they're gay, lesbian, bi, trans, non-binary, question mark. This is going to help them find some strength because Korea is still quite a conservative...
Wait, okay. Out of all the people, Oli London coming out as a non-binary Korean is not gonna help Korean LGBTQ people. Okay, this is entitlement, and he's just out of his mind.
Conceited, yeah.
I mean, considering all the appropriation.
And also like there's not a lot of representation.
No.
But if the one representation is Oli London.
He's not Korean, no matter how much he thinks he is.
Oli London, but...
When you've lived there, when you've seen it, it's very difficult for many LGBT young people to come out, to be free, to share who they are with their family and friends. It's a really tough thing. So, I want to give those people a beacon of light. I want to inspire those amazing Korean people who they have a very, very difficult time being who they are. So
I understand his purpose, like what he's trying to do. I get where he's coming from. But the records he have already, he hasn't set a good example of himself in the past to let people see him as a beacon of light.
Right.
I mean,
I think he's just trolling the whole time.
Honestly, it's a hard fact, no hating, but the objective reputation on him is he's a joke or he's a troll.
This just seems like a troll
And if he comes out with this, I don't think that would have a positive effect towards...
especially Korean LGBTQ people.
But in a democracy, you can have freedom of speech. You can be who you want to be. You can identify how you want. And that's just how I live my life. So to all the woke people that are trolling me, you're actually hypocrites. It's hypocritical to be doing this. Hypocritical to be trolling someone. Get a life. That's all I'm going to say. Get a life.
Wow. When Oli London says get a life, that really means you gotta get a life, maybe.
Yeah.
Online bullying is never okay. I'm always an activist for online bullying.
He's an activist.
Raise awareness and help young people, but this is not okay. Doesn't matter what age the person is you're bullying, bullying is not okay, and it's actually a reflection of
Oli London is speaking some facts.
But he was like, I think he made a video and he was like hating on Gachi.
But he's also part of that like crew.
I don't think anymore. They're really like severed ties.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like shitting on them.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So what I'm getting from this right now, like as Danny said, like he's kind of relating to his messages.
Me?
Yeah, yeah. You said like you're agreeing to what he said, but actually I do too, like textbook wise. But the thing is,
it's Oli London.
Yeah, if it was coming from like I saw a video pretty similar to this from Cameron last like week. Cameron Phillip. He said like a lot of similar stuff, and I agree to him. But it's coming from Cam. Holland says stuff like that. It's coming from Holland.
Yeah.
I think that's totally fine. It's empowering, but Oli London, he set himself as like a clown, joke as his reputation. I don't think his words have a lot of power.
No.
Honestly.
What does that say about you? That says that you're a bad person. That says that you're insecure, you have confidence issues, you're not right in the head. That's what it says. So, you know, woke people, the only people that need to be cancelled is the woke people, because they are so dangerous to freedom of speech in society. It's literally, literally unreal.
I'm just agreeing with Oli London a lot today.
Let's just think this guy's like Trevor Noah or someone. Like, and then it makes all sense.
He's making sense.
Everyone that has been there. Doesn't matter. Whatever's in your heart, that's the truth. So please, please stick to that, okay, guys?
Honestly, I think he should make a song out of these lyrics, these words, rather than, you know,
encouraging
Korea boo or something like that.
All of the people trying to cancel me are not even Korean. The Korean people love me. Woke brigade.
Okay, Korean people love him.
Oh, so he came out, he identified himself as Korean.
Yeah.
And he said in like some TikTok, he was like eating like a bowl of rice and kimchi. He was like shoving it in his face with some chopsticks. He was like, "Oh guys, will this make me more Korean? Should I also have like more plastic surgery? Will it make me more Korean?"
Can I hug you? Anna do dui. Can I kiss you? Kiss hey do dui. Anna do set net. That's what you're so good. You're do. I hope you'll. See, I'm definitely the Korean expert here, Trish. I'm so bally when I speak. My girlfriend.
뭐라고?
여자친구.
랑사글리.
네, 랑상기니.
꺼져.
어머나, 오빠, 현, 누나, 은희, 사랑해. 남자친구, 여자친구, 감사합니다. 아이고, 귀요미. Am I kawaii, 오빠? 아, 뭐라 해. Baby 멋지. Jimin 씨, 올리면.
That kind of sounds racist now.
Yeah, I was like, that's
that just threw out your whole video.
Okay. Hey guys, I just want to take this chance to, you know, come out today. Something that's been like on my mind for a long time, and I've been very confused about how I identify. I've been very confused. These are just part of my transition.
Oh my god.
I'm feeling really good. For the first time in my life, I feel beautiful. You know,
being Korean.
And I love the way I look and feel happy.
The thing is, I really do. He obviously has some very like bad, deep self-image issues.
Just saying, okay, I'm gonna take ownership over my body. Okay, I don't like how it looks. I'm gonna fix it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't like how I look.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I feel bad for this guy, because if he feels like he has to go over like 100 surgeries to feel like he's right, then like I think that's a mental issue at that point.
Yeah. And he said when he looked at like his past photos when he was before he had any surgery, he's like, I can't look at that. It's just awful. It's horrible.
Yeah, he has
and the fact that he has to like make his career like because like he has to be funny.
But I am coming out as non-binary. I don't feel I identify as male.
It's basically the same video
like
then.
I'm just in the middle. And my pronouns are they, them, Korean Jimin.
Okay. Now it's a fucking joke. Okay. Oli London, I fucking defended you for like 30 minutes, and now you're saying your pronoun is fucking Korean Jimin?
She, they, Korean Jimin.
Wow, okay.
That just threw out all the
I just wasted my time on this. Oh my fucking god.
He's a troll. He's a...
But I do identify as Korean. And I do look Korean now.
Okay, you mother... this guy... Wow.
He's just trying to be as offensive as possible.
I can't believe he pranked us.
So he's trolling.
He got us.
Of course he is. And this is what he does on his like Twitter as well. He like talks about like social issues that happens, and he like all this like Asian American hate, you know, when that was going on. He was like, oh, I support like nobody should hate Asians, and like he puts like stuff like that and that gets support. And then the next tweet he's like, I am Jimin, like stuff like this. So it's just like it's like a constant back and forth.
He's a fucking troll.
Yeah.
prefer to meet any media or anyone online as British because I identify as Korean. That's just my culture. That's my home country. That's exactly how I look now.
To the eyes, like
that's racist.
That's racist. I don't know what he means by saying he looks Korean. With that,
maybe he kind of does. I can kind of see like he looks like a Gangnam on me. You know, like you know what I mean? Like someone who did like 20 surgeries.
My head is
actually I
like
see these faces in Korea. You know.
And I also identify as Jimin. That's my Korean name, but. Not only that, I know it's a little bit confusing for some people. Nobody's ever come out as Jimin or Korean, but this is something that you guys know if you've followed my journey.
This is the stuff that riles up ARMY. Like, of course. Of course.
This is a waste of my
time. And not just BTS, but like he literally starts using all the K-pop groups, NCT, he's saying,
really?
yeah, all of them.
The last 8 years I've really struggled with identity issues, with who I am, you know, who I am. It's a very tough one, so I've finally had the courage. I've undergone my racial.
He doesn't even know how to define it himself. Racial processing.
Non-binary person. They them Korean Jimin.
They them Korean Jimin.
I have the Korean look, so I'm actually really happy. But I just
the eyes.
You know, I get so many cool comments online. I just want people to be able to respect my decision and don't be, you know, non-binary phobic or anything. Just please respect that this is how I feel. This is a very personal decision, and I've been inspired by the courage of other people, other young people who have come out as non-binary or come out in a different way, and that's really kind of given me the courage.
Okay, this guy is like.
Can do it, so can I. So as it's Pride Month, I just wanted to put this out there. I've been very trapped in my body for so long, and you know, I identify with the Korean culture. I've lived in Korea. I speak the language. I have the Korean look now. I look completely Korean. If you didn't know who I was, you would just think I was a Korean person, not a man or a woman, just a person. And you know, people might think, "Oh,
can we stop?"
Yeah, it's just enough. And the thing is, like, real, like, obviously, like, gay or lesbian people, whatever, they do not identify as another specific person, like Jimin. They want to be a different gender, but they want to be themselves in the end. But he's saying specifically Jimin, which is obviously saying, I'm just using BTS because I know this will get views and all the fans will come and attack me, and he's just, everything is for his...
He's enjoying
it. So I know some foreigners, okay, so like being Korean, okay, I know some foreigners that speak even better Korean than me, that have lived here more than me. They have the actual national like citizenship, and they've married with a Korean wife, and they have kids and whatever. If you're at that level and you say you identify yourself as Korean, I fully approve that. Like, I'm 100% with that. But like, he eats kimchi, he says he speaks Korean, and obviously he doesn't, and he just knows a bit of K-pop groups, and then he says like, I'm Korean, I know the culture. That's just offensive.
Okay, well,
that's just offensive.
Well, I think he's joking. Okay, I think he's like he's just fucking pranking and trolling.
No, I think he's serious, and I think he's ill.
If he's serious, then he's ill. But I have to disagree with you.
What?
Like, you don't have to be like eating kimchi and like fucking married to a Korean girl to be considered
I never
Korean.
said you have to eat kimchi or whatever.
Okay, whatever you said. I disagree.
You just want to disagree because it's me.
No, because like, honestly, like, if Oli London like really truly appreciates the culture, which I don't feel like he does. Like, for me, like, that's the thing. Like, he's obsessed with the look of Korean people. But I don't know if he actually gives a shit about the culture. I highly doubt he does, just judging from like all the shit that he's done in the past. But like, you know, if you're like really into the culture, then I think you could identify yourself as a Korean. Because I identify myself as a Canadian person when I was younger.
No.
And is that wrong? Am I Oli London?
No,
Am I Korean Oli London because I identify myself as a Canadian person?
The premise there is cultural assimilation. The premise there is cultural assimilation, and he has no phases of that whatsoever.
That's true.
So, like, you were living in Canada, you were speaking English, you were going through the education system.
I played hockey.
Yeah, you...
Yeah, that's basically...
I saw bears.
I mean,
he's been to Korea like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, really?
Only 2 literally, that's it. And every time it's like for plastic surgery or something.
Korean plastic surgery is top class.
Yeah, literally, he's only been to Korea like a handful of times, and the rest of his time he just spends in London or Dubai or Vegas or whatever. So there you go. Yeah. He just uses the K-pop groups specifically.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Because it gets views.
Okay.
Yeah. He's smart, I guess.
Yeah,
Smart,
yeah.
so.
I mean, we're talking about it, so you got what you wanted, Oli London. There you go.
You want to stop here?
Yeah. Let's stop here.
Should we watch 2X?
No.
I'm kind of addicted now. Like,
No.
Like, I just want to hear him out. Like, how far can this dude go? I mean, they, them, Jimin can go.
They, them, Jimin can go.
Oh, so Anna's just stopping.
Yeah, she's just whatever. She's just done.
I am done.
This is our video, but she's just pulling
Thank
so we can watch more.
No, she's doing a favor for us.
No, that's enough.
Yeah,
you watched a lot of Oli London.
Wow, you just finished.
Are you subscribed?
I am subscribed.
Are you subscribed?
I am subscribed.
Oh, okay. Oli London fan right here.
I am a supporter.
Did you pay him money too? This guy needs to go. Okay, you need therapy or whatever.
I mean, Korean the whole cardboard thing is sexual harassment. Honestly,
it is, and
think of me getting like a cardboard of like Hyuna or Seolyeon, like those real life size IU.
I mean, you remember that stalker guy with Nayeon?
Yeah,
if
German
he did
guy.
the same, if he married her cutout in some place, like that's like a really strange. That's very like borderline.
Like, oh my god, I think I just wasted like 1 hour of my life.
Everyone keeps asking me to make more Oli London reaction videos, so I'm just like, guys, I don't want to do anymore.
You have a tough job there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I respect
These
you.
people, your subscribers, I know they love you, but they're putting you on a hard position there.
I respect you.
Like,
I respect
this is emotional labor.
There you go.
There
Oli
we go.
London and also Anna Lee.
Yeah,
I don't know, I put you in the two side by side.
I mean, Oli, I just feel, like we said, I just feel bad for you that this has to be your career, that you have to sustain your lifestyle. I don't know how you afford such a lavish lifestyle, honestly. But, I mean, kudos for you for working so hard, I guess. I have mad respect for you being able to take all that, like, daily hate, like, on a daily basis. I don't think I could
I think
ever
he lives
do that.
off of it.
Do you actually think
They,
so?
them, Jimin lives off of it.
Stop it! Please stop using Jimin though, and all the K-pop groups actually, because like I'm sure they know about it, right? I'm sure like Big Hit and Jimin, I'm sure they know about it. He's been on like Korean media.
You can use me.
Honestly, if we go really technical and serious, Hybe could actually sue him one day because if they them Jimin goes around claiming that he himself identifies himself as Jimin and then says like I'm Jimin and says something weird and then something happens on the internet and people believe that Jimin said that, then that would be like Hybe could actually sue him. So be careful where you're playing.
Go check out Anna's channel.
Yeah, on my channel, because we just pranked David on my channel.
Exactly.
That was the video we filmed just before this. So
I thought we were doing some BTS quiz or something, and then they just started doing some weird shit, and I was like,
go check out Naked Soul.
Yeah.
No Oli London there.
Naked Soul.
You can buy these t-shirts, $5 shipping to the US, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.